Hey, welcome guys to the new Apex World version 2.0 with the team. We worked for a long time, not completely, but yeah, we promised that we come out with a new Apex World version with new functionality, which we did. And today we want to show you what we have, and it will be live in a weekish or before dark. And first of all, let me introduce my fabulous team. So they did all the work. Yeah, I hand it over to you, Maxime. Maybe you want to, for people who don't
Sure,
know you,
I can start.
just in case they don't know you, right? The first Apex World Member of the Year.
Yeah, that's been a while. So yeah, you may know me from Slack or Apex World in general or other places. But yes, I'm Maxime Tremblay. I'm from Quebec, Canada. Um, so yeah, I've been helping for Apex stuff, whether it's maybe on Slack or through my service, AskMax, which you can have a look at if you don't know. Otherwise, yes, I've been helping Apex World for quite some time now and still enjoying it. So
Yeah.
hope you like the new version.
I mean, you are there forever and you are the only other admin guy, right? So we're working
Yes.
on a daily basis. So the one thing is to create an application. It's a totally different number to support it for almost 10 years now. We're in a 10th year. So 10
Yes,
years,
that's true.
it's a long time to go through Twitter files and not the Twitter files, but you know, all the admin stuff you have to do every day for plugins and Twitter and
Yep.
jobs posting and trainings and whatnot. So, and Maxime, he revamped the whole environment to the latest Apex version. The code is completely new. And we of course we stayed with the general user experience because Apex World should not be in the center. Sorry, Shakib, it's not that Apex World should be fancy and colorful, and because Apex World is just like a newspaper, it shouldn't be dominant itself, but the content should have the dominance. So, but we made it more crisp and yeah, with all the new components, and Maxime also, he can do everything, of course, and also install the database and all this crap, right? And please look up his askmax.solutions website, so he can answer any question, literally. In 10 years, I couldn't ask any question he couldn't answer ever. And it's just 25 bucks a coin or something, or how is it?
Yes, it's
So
25 US dollars per quarter.
yeah,
So depending on how long the question or the answer needs, then you get the question evaluated, and then
yeah.
yeah,
So
that's how
and
it
the
goes.
first quarter is even free, right? Something like that.
Yes,
Still,
yes, so that you can try the
I
service
think ninety
and
percent of
see
the
how good it is.
but so a quarter is 15 minutes. So if you take
Yep.
15 minutes to answer a question, and I guess more than 90% of the questions are answered within 15 minutes by you, which you do anyway on
Yes.
Slack. So if you want to have a professional um, solution, which is still working in the next Apex version, uses I use the service a lot, right? So I'm just buying time from Maxime, and you can also do it in a corporate environment when you say, "Oh, I have a bunch of, let's say, junior Apex developers. They know their stuff, but we need to a coach, just by a budget, right? And they can ask Maxime; he can coach them. It's love the service. Thanks. So next
Always a
one.
pleasure.
Philip, do you want to? Philip is our newest and youngest member.
Mhm. Yeah, hey, I'm Philipp Hartenfeller from Germany, Düsseldorf, and yeah, I used to be an Apex consultant, but this year I joined United Codes. It's the people, the company that make AOP or Apex Project I or a lot of plugins. And yeah, it's so I'm mostly building products, extending Apex, and spending my time helping the Apex World team.
Yeah, thanks a lot. So he's our newest companion, and he's when I asked him at some DOAC, what is it? Was it last year? Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, and he immediately said, "Oh yeah, I would love to do that." And he's making fancy, crazy stuff. He wrote the crawler for the AI assistant, and so Philip is crazy fast and can do everything. And I don't know, it's almost frustrating. and Philip is working for Dimitri now. We all know Dimitri, and Dimitri is also a sponsor of Apex World, so we can use all his products for free, and which we happily do. So thanks Dimitri for that. So he joined a good team, and he likes it. He likes it there, right? And not officially, he also tells me unofficially, off the records, he really likes it there. So it seems to be a good place to work there, right? So next one, Matthias. Matthias is my colleague for more than 10 years.
Yeah, so I'm Matthias Reisberger. I'm living near Nuremberg, which is where DOAC is happening. So I'll be there too. I'm working with Apex for almost 15 years now, and I'm mainly focusing on the UX design. And I'm working for Siemens for quite some time now. And for the last 2 months, I'm now officially a freelancer. Yeah.
So can we book you?
Yeah. Of course. If
Right
I find
answer.
some time besides Siemens, of course.
Yeah, right answer. Yeah, I'm working with Matthias since day one, I guess. And
Yeah.
right.
You teach me Apex basically.
Yeah. So after that we were 90% together in the same project. And he's and I would say he's the only other UX designer in the Apex world, because but UX design doesn't have to do anything with Apex, but I don't know anybody who knows all the skills of UX design that I have. Nobody else. And he can also do everything else very fast and fluently. So
yeah. But not as fast as Philip.
Philip is Max Verstappen. Nobody likes Max Verstappen, but he's crazy fast. No, we like Philip. and also a very new member is Wolf. Maybe Wolf, want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi, I'm Wolf. I think in the same time in the Apex World team than Philip, but I'm a little bit older, a little bit. Yes, I'm doing Apex, I don't know, so many years. I'm from Team, this way, I'm from Team, yes. It's a Oracle company, 40 years old, and yes, I'm the head of the consulting team, so I have many members who are also making Apex. I love Apex. I make Apex also in my free time, every time. Apex
there is no free time.
So it's I have no free time. Sure. So apex.world was that what must come together with me.
It was a natural fit because I saw the AI presentation last year at DOAC from Wolf, and it was amazing. Right? It was exactly what we wanted to do, and I asked him. I said, "Yeah, sure." No, it was I didn't dare to ask him because it was so intimidating what he showed and what he. So I asked some questions, right? Can we do it this way and that way? And then he offered us, can I work with you together on this project? I would love to. So of course, I didn't dare to ask, right? So he's really crazy about AI, everything AI. He's our AI professor. So if you have any questions in this area, Apex and AI, he's the one, right? Yeah, that's the dream team, the Avengers. And before we start to show the new version, I want to take the opportunity to talk about the issues Maxime and I have all the time. So if you want to get published, how is this publishing working? When you have a blog post and you want to get published on Apex World, because people tell me if the blog post is not on Apex World, it's not there, and they get all the traffic from Apex World, right? It is what it is. We have almost 9,000 members, and I think more than, which means registered members. And so here's the thing. You need to have an account first, right? It's for free. Log in, register at Apex World, and give us some profile picture, because we don't show a broken picture or an arbitrary picture. It doesn't have to be your face, but it needs to be a legal picture, right? And then post your blog post on Twitter. Now X, but X is stupid. We call it Twitter. And we are monitoring Twitter and Twitter only. And if you post it with the hashtag #APEX or #ApexWorld, which is our hashtag or #ApexWorld, these are the accounts and the hashtags we are monitoring. And then your blog post shows up, we look into it, and if it has some value, and it has to be Apex related, so we're just focusing on Apex only, and it has some valuable content, and you have a profile with a picture, you get published 99% of the time, right? So this is how it works. And also, if you are a company and doing blog posts and there is no person in your blog post, we don't post arbitrary company blog posts. So you should have a person who wrote this blog post, if it's not AI, and this person needs to have, guess what? Profile picture and an account, and then you get published. This is, this is what we're gonna do. Anything else, Maxime? We have
That pretty much covers everything.
Yeah.
Profile picture, an account,
And you're
a
good to
blog
go,
post,
right? You're good to go.
Twitter
Yeah.
mention about the blog post.
All right. Okay, so let me share your screen, my screen. So this is how the new Apex World is looking like. You maybe don't see a big difference, but our Twitter lane is back. Woo! Which costs us $100 a month, right? Just to let you know. And it was pain in the ass to get all the APIs together to store it locally, and yeah. So, but Twitter is back, yeah. And it's a curated Twitter account. So all you have to do if you're interested in Apex tweets, just follow also Apex World and you get curated Apex tweets. We retweet everything, which is not spam. So it's spam free and it's relevant, and we don't retweet all the 150 retweets which we get from some large database company every now and then. I don't know the name anymore, but so you get really clean content. All you need to know is follow also Apex World, and then you get all the relevant content. So we worked on the news lane, so make it a little shorter and crisper, and switched the filters where they belong to, right, and not in between. And we have, of course, the Slack, which we had also before, and which is new, we have ideas. So we have a REST service to ideas. Thanks to Vincent, he made this happen. He made us a REST endpoint, and we also have the forum. Thanks to Martin, he was responsible that we got the REST endpoint for the forum. And you see, we're still working together, right? It's still a team effort. It's not just us, so the team is also supporting us when we need something. The AI assistant is the new shit. Matthias is gonna show you later. Maybe here the post and find jobs. These are for recruiters. They don't have to have an account. They can ask for a job, making a job post. But you could have a job profile, and you should have a job profile. So where are you living? Are you willing to travel? for a job, what are your skills, and we enhance the skills. So now it's more than 20 years. And also your free time for the next year, right? It's very easy to show that, and then the recruiters or companies can looking for a freelancer who has time. And if you go to find developers, then people can maybe also go to a map, right? And then see, oh, where are all the developers in this world? Here we go. Yeah, zoom in a little bit. And let me find here, Benjamin. I know Benjamin, great Apex developer. So, and you can also filter, of course, if you want to find somebody from Austria, which I'm living now, Vienna, now it's German, right? And here we are, this is me. You see the free time, click on the profile, see all the data, and you can hide your email. So when you when you register, you can say, or also afterwards, you can say, don't show my email. So, and also show the skill set, and yeah, and then you can be hired. What else do we have? Meetings, conference, training, meetups. Yeah, meetups is not a thing anymore, I would say. We had a lot of meetups. There's still some active, but I think the meetups got replaced by worldwide conference. Now we have, I think, 10-ish large conferences covering Apex at least. So, but it's still there, so you can add your meetup there. And then we have the very important thing. It's the only place you get all the plugins. We have 400-ish plugins, and also ones who are supported, which you can filter, of course. I want to see all the commercially supported, commercial or supported. So we also have plugins which are not commercial but supported. What else do we have? Community, members area. So it's for the people who never saw Apex World. We have a member map. You can look for members, different filters, of course. A members map. Where are the people in the world? You can filter for companies or freelancers only if you're looking for a freelancer. And we use the new the map. Takes a while now. Here we go. Different colors, different people, freelancers, companies, and chart. We are the most Apex developers on the planet. And we have the member of the month. So if you want to look for the people who are contribute all the time and the champions in the Apex world, we also have member of the years. So then you know who are the main contributors in the area of Apex. And we have also a Slack channel with 4,500-ish, 4,800, I guess, users, very active. Maxine is basically covering that. 2,700 Twitter followers. Yeah. Then I would say, before we go into our new features, so we decided that we want to bring in a new tier, which is, so everything is free like what you see right now, and it will stay free forever as long as I own Apex World. If Maxime's taking over, I don't know. But we have some costs. So we have just the Twitter API costs us $100 a month, and we have 2 servers running with XE databases, and now we have 23 AI free databases. So We would love to see at least the hosting costs covered. Don't ask why don't you go in the cloud and blah blah blah. Ask John Dixon don't go in the cloud. But besides that, we have a lot of parallel requests. So the buffer pooling, the connection pool will crash, right? Cloud is not an option. We have to pay a ton of money, and now we have total freedom, and it's a good proof what you can do with a free database. Is hosted on a local server. It's great. So we decided we want to have a new tier, which is a sponsored tier, and we ask for $1 a month to get new features, and even if you don't want to use the features, which you would, because we have an AI assistant, which is great, and you say, oh, I want to support your effort and what you do for almost 10 years now, just become a sponsor, $1 a month, and we make us happy, and we are able to cover our costs. And I want to now hand it over to Matthias, because he developed most of the feature. Oh, let me start maybe, wait a minute. Let me start. So basically three features. I wouldn't call it a feature, what we have here, but we created a new Slack channel, which is called apex.world sponsors. And it's a private channel, and if you have a Slack channel, which you should have, and you can always, when you register, you can click on give me a Slack invite. Oh yeah, this is the other thing. People are trying to invite people into our Slack channel, and we have to decline that all the time. Why? Because we are synchronizing the Slack messages over here, so that you can jump directly, for example, if you have an idea and say, oh, that's a great idea, let me comment on it, you can click on it and you can immediately comment on it. Same for the forum. So say, oh, that's an open question, I know the answer, switch to the forum. If you are signed in the session anyway, then you can immediately answer it, right? And this is the same thing for Slack. And we need to have the same email that we can synchronize the messages. Therefore, you cannot just invite people into Slack directly, but you need to get your Twitter, your Slack invite. If you don't have a Slack account yet, then you get here, get my Slack invite, something like that. Right? Or you just request it while registering. Anyway, so if you have a Slack account, which you should have, because we have 4,700 people, very active, I guess, with different channels, and you become a sponsor, you get added to our apex.world sponsor channel, and there you can ask for new features, what you would like to see in the future, and discuss about apex.world and what we should do differently, and also if you find a bug or maybe you have a problem with uploading a plugin. So we are all active in this channel, and we're monitoring the channel, and we also plan to make regular Zoom meetings if this will become a thing. If we have a couple of people there, and we will make Zoom people with everybody, and we just talk about Apex in general. This is our plan. So this is one feature what you get for becoming a sponsor. Now to you, Matthias.
Back to you, Tim.
You really don't want to be Tim, right? That's a bad comparison. Anyway.
All right, so two things I want to show you. One is called new subscriptions, which is within your profiles settings. And there you are able to subscribe to any Apex news type, and you'll get an email notification, for example, if a new plugin was released, or if you can subscribe to conferences. You could, for example, subscribe to jobs, and specific country. Or what you also could do is subscribe to all news, and you will get emails for everything.
And not just emails. Philip is working on. Philip, what are you working on?
Oh, yeah. There will be some kind of notification center in the app of Apex World. So you will just get, like on your phone, we have your notification center where you see all the missed news. You will get to see all the news in the app itself and not having to spam your email inbox, basically.
Yeah, so there will be an option that you get a real notification when there's a new news if you have subscribed to something, not just email. Email is for now, but I want to have Philip on the record, right? That this is actually coming, and we get this plugin from Dimitri for that, which is, I don't know, this, how you call that plugin?
Apex Media, no, it's Apex Message Service.
Message, yes, exactly. All right.
Nice.
And
okay, that's it for the new subscription. And now go to our new AI assistant.
Yeah, but show the basic profile. Show the profile. How do you get
All right.
it?
So if you are not subscribed yet, you will see a Become a Sponsor button right here to subscribe for $1 a month. And if you're a sponsor, you can set your OpenAI API key right here. As long as you're charged your account, you can ask as many questions as you want. Let me show you how to create an API key within OpenAI. So just go to the official OpenAI site, scroll back to the bottom, go to Platform Overview, Start Building, and then you go to a different page. There's a settings pane, and then on the left there's an API key section, and there you can create your own secret key, which you can then apply right on this site.
Yeah, so this is one way to get there. There are different ways to get to create an AI key, and you're totally free. You're in charge of your own budget. You can add $5, and we're working now for half a year at least, and testing a lot, and we haven't even all of us ate up $50 yet. So it's totally worth it, and you get a nice badge, and you get this badge all over the place. So also when you have news, so as a sponsor, you get this nice badge, of course. But
exactly, which should be shown on the home screen for Jürgen already. There you go. Did you really pay for it?
Of course. Now, honestly, we are just in a testing phase, and everything is going through Stripe. Maxime implemented that, and we are still in a test mode. But I'm going to test that, and I will become a real official $1 a month sponsor then, because somebody has to test it anyway, right? And why are we going to do all this thing? Because we have
the AI assistant, where you can ask any questions about Apex, anything you like. Let me just type one question. Just as an example.
So we see that you get the message, you get the query rewrite, and the answer.
Exactly.
So, and you get also the sources. If you click on the sources, you get all the citations, and you can also click on the link and see, here's the blog post for that, or the YouTube video, right? We also have YouTube videos and all the office hours. So what we have in the, if you know a little bit about AI and RAG, this retrieval augmented generation thing. It is you have some content and you're chunking it and you're bringing into a vector database, and so it's all about what content do we have, and we have more than 2,000-ish blocks inter content because we have almost 10 years of blocks in Apex World, Apex related blocks, and we have the office hours videos, the transcript of the office hours videos, and you can jump directly to the part where they talked about this thing. We have the complete Apex documentation in there, thanks to Philip. He made some crazy manual crawler thing, and it worked for whatever reason. And we also have the accessibility documentation, thanks to Anthony. And we also have AOP, because we think this is first of all, a complex product, and a lot of people are using it in the Apex environment, so you can also ask AOP questions. And we are making sure that we use the latest and greatest models. Now we're using 4.0, and also improving the RAG technology itself. So this is our task. Basically, it's Wolf's task. He's coming up with crazy ideas every day. Yeah, what else can we do? So we have stored.
Yeah,
chat.
everything you ask and every answer is automatically stored within your account. You can create different chat rooms, like in OpenAI itself. You can even pin those chats on the top. You can rename them or delete them. And you can, for example, search within different chat rooms. You can click on that, and it's also highlighted in the chat answer as well.
Yeah, a little bit like you know it from OpenAI. So we did it a little bit like OpenAI, because maybe you are familiar with the user interface, and it's even better, right? With searching and rephrasing the question, and also shortening the question you're asking for storing it as a chat name. So yeah, we put a lot of love into the thing. You have no idea how much effort is behind that thing, especially the RAG system, the chunking, the pain with the vector database. Right now we are using an external vector database. What was it, Wolf, again? Qdrant, which is crazy fast. We tried with Oracle, and we had a great meeting with the vector team at Oracle, and we showed them our problem, and they understood the problem. Great people, they really know what they're doing. And eventually we will move also to the Oracle vector database, but for now, Qdrant is totally fine. Right? Yeah, I guess this is it. So
yeah.
I hope you like it. And honestly, it's really working. There was a lot of work behind, and so we decided to continue with Apex World a year ago, I guess. Maybe longer. And
it was longer.
It was longer. Okay, it felt like a year. And then we decided, oh no, we just don't want to keep it alive. So we need to make a new version, and not just make it a little nicer, but come up with a real new usable functionality. And of course it has to be AI, right? We have all the content. We have the 2,000 blog posts, which are growing every day. A new blog post comes in, it gets into our vector database immediately. So you can ask about it immediately. And we have so we get, if there's a new Apex version out, Philip will get the new documentation, and he also scrolls it every couple of weeks if something has changed, because the Apex team, they change the documentation every now and then and bring some new functions or not functions that are not documented yet. So it will get updated. And also if you update your blog, Philip also is looking for a checksum if your blog has been updated. So we put a lot of work into that. Let me say it that way. And if you're an Apex development team member, so if you're in a development team, you get it for free. So we decided we cannot ask Mike to subscribe to become a sponsor and pay 12. It wouldn't hurt Mike to spend $1 a month, right? But I mean, without him and without the development team, Apex World wouldn't exist and Apex wouldn't exist. So all the Apex developer team members will get it for free. So you get a little link. Maybe Matthias, can you log off and show how this looks like?
Yep, let me quickly try that.
I try to put you as a sponsor, all the people I know personally anyway, so if I forget somebody, sorry, but I'm searching in the user database. If I find you and you get and it will be free forever, of course. So if you are Apex team member, if I didn't find you, you can just click here. Can you show it? And then we just, the thing is, this is how it works. So we sent you the email address you are registered, because a lot of you are not registered with the Oracle address. So the problem is, how do we know that you are an Apex developer team member? We send you this email to your registered email address. You answer us with your Oracle address, right? And we make sure that this guy it would be nice if it would be the same name, and I will ask somebody from the team member, if I don't know him personally anyway, if you are in the team, in the development team, and then you get this thing for free. Yeah. I hope that makes everybody happy. We are happy, and we are using the AI assistant all the time because it's really working, right? And it's just
it's quite some fun.
Yeah, it's just getting better because it's all about the content. We have all the content. We have the blogs, we have the documentation, we have accessibility, we have the office hours, and if you have maybe interesting videos, or we also can add other videos, not just the office hours video. But for now, we started with the 80-ish office hours videos, which are relevant, and yeah. I hope you like it, and it would love if we see a lot of sponsors, so that we see that our work is appreciated. Right? We have a lot of fun to do that, but it's a lot of work for all of us because we all have a full-time job, but we are loving to work, especially work together. It's a great team. They did all the work. I'm just doing all the talking, but we need all the different roles, right? Okay, thanks a lot, and let us know if you want to see different. Oh yeah, the next improvement we're gonna do, or Philip is gonna do, is now he's listening again, to make it easier for template components to register as a plugin. Right? Right now we have a kind of cumbersome plug-in registering process, which is fine, but it could be much easier. And especially for template components, it makes no sense. So this will be then a future enhancement, right, Philip?
Yeah, you will basically be able to just drag and drop your plugin export into Apex World and have it published. No need to set up a GitHub repository, etc. We will still manually check them, of course, but this will be way easier to publish a template component.
Yeah, so we have it on a record. Thanks.
Again.
That's all I want to hear. Okay, guys, thanks a lot. And let us know what you think. Become a sponsor. Get into our Slack channel. We can talk about future enhancements. It's like Joe said, it's from the community, by the community, for the community, right? It's not, we are one team. The Apex team members, they are still supporting us and with APIs. So we are back.